Captain America, Brave New World is an American superhero film. Main cast: Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Captain America, a former Air Force soldier who is now the new Captain America. Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, Falcon, a first lieutenant in the United States Air Force who takes over the Falcon role from Wilson. Shira Haas as Ruth Bat-Seraph, a former Israeli Black Widow agent and high-ranking U.S. government official who becomes a close ally of President Thaddeus Ross. Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley, a Korean War veteran and super soldier who was imprisoned and experimented on for 30 years. Harrison Ford as Thaddeus, Thunderbolt, Ross, Red Hulk, the newly elected President of the United States. Formerly an Army General and U.S. Secretary of State, in this film, Ross undergoes a transformation into the Red Hulk. Tim Blake Nelson as Samuel Stearns, leader, a cellular biologist who gains super intelligence due to contamination of Bruce Banner, Hulk's blood. Giancarlo Esposito as Seth Volker, Sidewinder, scientist and leader of the Serpent Society. Liv Tyler as Betty Ross, cellular biologist and daughter of Thaddeus Ross. Synopsis: after Thaddeus Ross is elected President of the United States, Sam Wilson finds himself caught up in a complicated international incident. An encounter with Ross adds to the tension, especially with Ross's transformation into the Red Hulk. Sam, along with his old allies and some new friends, must uncover the mastermind behind a global conspiracy that threatens world peace. The film Captain America, Brave New World is an American superhero film. This film is a sequel to the series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and is the 35th part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. Directed by Julius Ona, this film features Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, who now takes on the role of Captain America after receiving the shield from Steve Rogers. Main cast: Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Captain America, a former Air Force soldier who is now the new Captain America. Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, Falcon, a first lieutenant in the U.S. Air Force who takes over the role of Falcon from Wilson. Shira Haas as Ruth Bat-Seraph, a former Black Widow agent from Israel and a high-ranking U.S. government official who is a close ally of President Thaddeus Ross. Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley, a Korean War veteran and super soldier who was imprisoned and experimented on for 30 years. Harrison Ford as Thaddeus, Thunderbolt, Ross, Red Hulk, the new President of the United States elected. Formerly an Army General and U.S. Secretary of State, in this film, Ross undergoes a transformation into the Red Hulk. Tim Blake Nelson as Samuel Stearns, leader, a cellular biologist who gains super intelligence due to contamination of Bruce Banner, Hulk's blood. Giancarlo Esposito as Seth Volker, Sidewinder, a scientist and leader of the Serpent Society. Liv Tyler as Betty Ross, a cellular biologist and daughter of Thaddeus Ross. After Thaddeus Ross is elected President of the United States, Sam Wilson finds himself caught up in a complicated international incident. Meeting Ross adds to the tension, especially with Ross's transformation into the Red Hulk. Sam, along with his old allies and some new friends, must uncover the mastermind behind a global conspiracy that threatens world peace. Production, Director, Julia Sona. Screenwriters, Julia Sona, Peter Glanz, Matthew Orton. Producers, Kevin Feige, Nate Moore. Cinematography, Kramer Morgenthau. Music, Laura Karpman. The full storyline for Captain America: Brave New World has not been fully revealed, as the film is scheduled for release in February 2025, and plot details are still being kept under wraps by Marvel Studios. However, based on the information available, here is a further overview of the anticipated storyline. Story beginning. The film opens with a tense global political backdrop after Thaddeus, Thunderbolt, Ross, Harrison Ford, is elected President of the United States. The international situation heats up due to the shift in power and the emergence of a new threat from a mysterious group called the Serpent Society. Led by Seth Volker aka Sidewinder, Giancarlo Esposito, Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, who has now fully taken on the role of Captain America, faces a tough challenge to prove himself to the world. Especially amidst the political turmoil involving Ross. Ross himself has his own agenda, which eventually leads him to undergo a transformation into the Red Hulk. Conflict point. Sam Wilson teams up with his old allies, including Joaquin Torres, Danny Ramirez, who is now Falcon, and Isaiah Bradley, Carl Lumbly, a veteran super soldier. They are also assisted by new characters such as Ruth Bat-Seraph, Shira Haas, an agent who specializes in international operations. Tensions escalate when an experimental biological weapon developed by Dr. Samuel Stearns aka the Leader, Tim Blake Nelson, is stolen by the Serpent Society. This weapon has the potential to create super soldiers en masse, but with fatal consequences. Sam and his team must prevent the weapon from falling into the wrong hands. The role of Red Hulk. President Ross tries to take advantage of this chaos to strengthen his position on the international stage. However, his transformation into the Red Hulk due to a failed scientific experiment makes him even more dangerous, both to his enemies and allies. Sam Wilson must face a moral dilemma when he has to fight a leader of his own country who is also trying to protect U.S. interests. Action and drama. Throughout the film, we see Sam Wilson struggling to reconcile Steve Rogers' leadership values with his own identity as Captain America. The film highlights issues such as public trust, political power, and how an individual deals with the pressures of being a symbol of a changing world. Joaquin Torres, as the new Falcon, plays a vital role in both air missions and field operations. The mentor-student relationship between Sam and Joaquin is one of the film's strong emotional elements. In addition, the interactions between Isaiah Bradley and Sam reveal more about the dark history of super soldier experiments. Climax. The film reaches its climax when Sam and his team face the Serpent Society in a major battle at a secret facility in Eastern Europe. On the other hand, Red Hulk, who has lost control of his powers, appears as an additional threat, forcing Sam to make a difficult decision. In the end, Sam manages to reclaim the biological weapon and save the world from a global threat. However, his fight with Ross, Red Hulk, leaves deep scars, both physically and emotionally. Sam's relationship with the U.S. government also becomes increasingly complicated, hinting at greater challenges in the future. End of story. The film closes with Sam becoming more confident as Captain America, even though his new responsibilities feel heavy. Ross, Red Hulk, is captured by the U.S. government, but his existence becomes a threat that will be explored in subsequent MCU films. Isaiah Bradley returns to his quiet life, while Joaquin Torres continues to develop as Falcon. Ruth Bat-Seraph decides to join Sam's team more closely, hinting that she will be an important part of the next storyline. Conclusion. Captain America: Brave New World depicts Sam Wilson's transition as Captain America with complex internal and external conflicts. The film brings themes of leadership, responsibility, and sacrifice, and expands the mythology of the Marvel Cinematic Universe by introducing new characters and presenting greater threats.